Hey guys, it's Hannah and I'm here today to do my January wrap-up. So January did not start off to a great reading month, unfortunately. I was really gung-ho with my New Year's resolution and hoping that it was going to be great, and it was not. But I did read. I got about, I think, 6 books read in the month of January, so let's get into them. The first up and the most disappointing read that I read this month is The Little Paris Bookshop. So I know that it's partly my fault because I put so much hype in my head when I read the description of this on Goodreads. I was so excited for it, and that is probably why. It's because I put my hopes up so high and then I read it and I was sorely mistaken, which is such a shame because the idea that they have given me from Goodreads sounds like such a good book, so someone should write it. Hint hint to all of you people watching. Go write it. I would love to read it. But that was not what this book was about. It was advertised that this was about a librarian or a bookseller who had a bookshop that he prescribed books like medicine to people's ailments about their life. So if you are in a heartbreak, this is the book that you should read to help you get past it. Things like that. That's how it is described as on Goodreads. That is not what this is about. Actually selling the books and giving the books to people is like 1/20th of the actual book itself. So the rest of it is just about the bookkeeper, and it just read like a contemporary, and it was not what I wanted. And I would have gone into this thinking that it was going to be just like an adult contemporary. I might have liked it better, but because I was looking for the magical realism in this book and it was nowhere to be found, I rated this, I think, a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I was very disappointed in this book, needless to say, but I probably will still keep it because maybe I'll pick it up later and I'll like it now knowing that it's not going to be a magical realism story. And the cover is just so pretty, and I'm a sucker for pretty covers and keeping them, so we'll see if I actually hold on to this or not. Next up, going from descending order from lowest to best, was Cupcake Queen, and I read this from my local library. This was okay. It was just a cute novel. It didn't wow me. I'm hoping to read the second one, and that one's gonna make it a little bit better, but it was okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great. I rated this a 3 stars out of 5 stars. So I'm hoping it'll get a little better in the next book. I think, again, as I said in my review, that I was not the target audience for this at all, definitely much younger, so I kind of got bored of the petulance in this. So, yeah. Next up, I read Fates by Lainey Bross. This book, again, was one of those that I hyped up so much, and I was like halfway into it. Like, I was pretty far into it, and I was loving it, and all of a sudden, the book changed, and I was like, what is going on? Like, this is not the book that I signed up for. But it kind of, in the middle there, got to be weird, and then the end, it tied it up, so it was a little bit better. So I rated this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and this book is about a girl who used to be one of the Fates, and Fates came with these little marbles, and she would pluck out the bad ones that needed assisting, and she would sort them out, and there was like this Fate river. Well, she one day did not follow the rules, so she got casted aside and got basically sent to a planet like Earth, or what she doesn't call it Earth, but that's what it basically is. And she has to be punished for so long, and she is now an executor, and she executes people's fates. And then something happens to make her question the great people who are conducting all of this, and she's like, what if, like, why am I actually doing this? So that turns it into all of a spiral. I did pick up the second one. I am hauling that in a later video, but I'm hoping that this will be a little better too in number 2. I'm hoping that, like, now that I have a grasp on the world and the idea of the story, that I'm gonna like it a lot better, because for a while she was just on Earth and then all of a sudden it tumbled into mayhem. And yeah, so I will be picking up Chaos, which is the second in this series, sometime later this year. Next up, I rented from my library Miss Marvel, and everybody was giving so much hype over this comic when it first came out, saying, like, this blurb says this may be the most important comic published in 2014. And admittedly, it's pretty cool. I love having a story follow a female protagonist, and that she's a superhero is really nice, and that she is Muslim, which is a really cool aspect of this story, that we are featuring that in that, because we do need to expand what we feature in, especially comic books and in books, but comic books especially, because I feel like that's a little more narrow-minded. So it's cool to see that diversity in here, which I really appreciated, but I was trying to take it for the story that it actually was, instead of just living off of that hype. And it was good. I mean, I feel like they could have done and explained a little bit better on some of the aspects in here, like how she got her superhero powers and everything. But I mean, it was not bad. I rated it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I do plan on picking up the next one. And last but not least, I did some power-throughing of the Harry Potter series. So we read Prisoner of Azkaban. We finished this one up this month, and also Goblet of Fire. All of the Harry Potter books are 5 out of 5. Absolutely love the series. Rereading them again makes no difference. I still love them so much. It's been so nice just to be thrown back into that and sharing this world with my husband. And yeah, it's just like coming home to a warm embrace. Like, it's so nice to be revisiting Hogsmeade and Hogwarts and being thrust into these stories yet again. So that is all that I have read for January. 6 books isn't bad. I'm on my way, or I'm a little bit behind for my 100 book goal, but I am hopefully going to squeeze it out before January or December 31st like I did this past year. So I'm hoping that February will be even a better month to read, although I am going to be quite busy in February. I have my mom and my mother-in-law both coming to visit me, and we are finalizing on our house and we get to move. I'm so excited. So yeah, February is going to be a very busy month, and I hope that the reading year is going to be, or the reading month is going to be still good. I'm a little worried about it. But yeah, I had a pretty bad to mediocre January reading month. I'm hoping February will be better. But I will talk to you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye!